Hey guys, it's Dag, and it is Wednesday, and what that translates to is me fucking around with my camera like usual. No, it is SWTOR story time with Dag, that's me, and with Peep, and that's Peep over there. But she's not here just yet. So, Peep works for a living. Me, I just kind of screw around all the time. But, she'll be on in a minute. I gotta let you know that I have a million people standing on my roof right now, and they are reinstalling our solar panels up on the roof. So if you hear hammering and drilling and banging around in the background of this stream today, that's what you're hearing. And it's not anything wrong with your mic, with my mic or anything like that. But hopefully the directional stuff on the mic will filter some of that out. We'll have to see. I wanted to let you guys know.
Sorry.
Oh, no, Peep's here. Yay.
Uh-oh.
I got a weird text message from somebody. This is, what did you prepare for lunch? Are you free tonight?
There we go. Woo.
It's like, no, I'm not free tonight. I'm never free. I'm discounted highly, but I'm never free. I wanted to let you guys know that today is National Comic Book Day, and it is World Pharmacist Day, and it is Psychotherapy Day. I need that one. It is National Daughter Day. I don't know why they stuck all this stuff on the same day. It is Jour de Franco. I can't even. Oh, Franco-Ontarian Day. Okay, that's Canadian, I gather. National Quesadilla Day. That one I can get behind. National Lobster Day. And National Women's Health and Fitness Day. That one I can get behind as well. Oh, God, I don't know which one I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about, well, quesadilla. Grab two pieces of, or two tortillas, throw on some, slather on some butter, toast them up a little bit, throw on some cheese, put other stuff in there like guacamole and sour cream and salsa and cheese. Don't forget the cheese. That's the most important part. Put it back in the pan, heat it up. You got yourself a meal. That's quesadilla. So anyway.
We're putting guacamole in your quesadilla.
Well, no, I throw it on top. I don't put
cheese.
it in. Well, I mean, I put
It's
chicken and
cheese.
stuff like that in there too. So, you know.
Well, that's not a quesadilla anymore. That's a chicken something or other.
It's a chicken quesadilla.
No.
Yes.
No. Quesadilla
Yes.
is just cheese. Just cheese. Come on.
Oh, come on.
No. No.
Oh, it's got to
No.
be. Oh, yeah,
No.
it is. Okay.
No.
Fine. I got something else I wanted to tell you guys about. Today, believe it or not, 1 year ago, I started on this stream, not this stream, but I started streaming 1 year ago today. And so it is my 1 year anniversary as someone who is throwing my voice out into the void. And I thought I'd just let you guys know. I'm looking up at my screen right now and I see that there's exactly one Twitch observer, and that's probably a bot. It's probably not even a live body. So anyway, it is what it is. But all right, I'm sitting here in the I'm sitting here on the garrison, the Toxic Lake Garrison. Isn't that where we're supposed to be today? We're still on Taris, right?
For a little bit longer.
Which, what, who, where?
Yes, for a little longer. We are on Taris.
Okay.
I'll be there in a minute.
All right. We're waiting on Peep. She's coming. I was looking on my, I was playing around with my banker a little while ago, just kind of trying to see where I can find or how to get a bank inside of my stronghold. It's like, I really want like my cargo hold and stuff like that in my stronghold so I can dump stuff and is without having to go back to my ship all the time. And then I saw that you need an MK2 or piece, and it's like I don't have any. I don't think I have. Well, actually, I think this guy might be able to make an MK2. I don't remember, but I know
You
that
don't. You want a modification station is what you're trying to do?
No, it's not for a modification station. It's I was looking at the modification bots that are all sitting around in the
Oh, I see. You want to buy a cargo hold from one of those guys.
well, that's I was looking to see where can I get one, right? And I just happened to
Auction
be
house.
there with my banker, so I said, "Oh, I wonder if these guys have it." And I started going through everything, and they've got all the decorations and stuff. And then I noticed that there's one guy or one seller over on the far right of the group. There's four of them, I think, that has the actual bank and the mailbox and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, okay, but I don't have what I need in order to purchase it from them. So the alternatives is to go out on the global network. Is that right? And you can buy it off of that, or
You can, but I would just spend 110 cartel coins and buy one from the cartel market.
so it's actually available on the cartel market.
Yeah.
This I got to see because I haven't run into it yet. I thought it's interesting. Today's cartel market thing is the meditation chamber, and I guess it's too big to fit in the little screen that they have. So all you see is a blank screen.
Yep.
But yeah. All right. Let's see. I want to.
So many bugs. They just
Let's see. I've got a legacy.
whatever their
I don't need that.
automatic system is that's doing that stuff
Yeah.
is just not.
Their AI is not working properly.
What? What?
Cargo hold.
It's probably not an AI. It's probably just a regular computer program, but it ain't
470. So
470.
470 cartel. Yeah, 470 cartel
No.
points. Yes, I'm looking at it right now.
No. I'm
Cargo
gonna look
hold.
at it and find it. Oh my
Cargo
God,
hold.
no, that's no.
Cargo hold access.
No.
Okay.
It's not it. Let me go find it.
It's a quesadilla. No, it's not.
It is not. Nope. Nope. I'm being the little spiders. I've been obsessed with this lady called the Mini Robot. She does a channel called the Mini Robo Muppets.
Ah.
She owns jumping spiders, and she does little voices for them. So one of them is refusing its food, and she's like, "Come on, eat it," and he's like, "No, no."
Okay.
So I've been doing that all week. That's saying, I'm embodying this little spider. No.
I was gonna ask you, can you hear the hammering and drilling and banging around on your mic or on your headset? Okay, that's a good thing.
Nope. Sure can't. Okay, so on the cartel market screen, go to categories. Drop down to decorations.
Decorations, yeah. Okay.
Then go to decorations. Now.
I always thought the
go ahead and
Shada utility decoration were cool, so. But yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Sort by price. So that you get the lower prices at the top.
By price.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now, go to page...
I'm on 3, still looking.
La 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 la. There you go, page 5.
Okay, cargo bay.
Yep.
There it is,
Or
110.
You can get the Galactic Trade Network kiosk also for the same price.
Cool.
And if you go to the next page, then they have the one that hangs on the wall for the same price.
All right. And then there's a guild bank, but don't need that.
We don't need that.
Yeah. Mailbox or a half. Okay. Cool.
I mean, you can go get the other thing. You can get the things off of the auction house and buy it from the utility guy, or If you have a security key, you can get a cargo hold, a floor safe or a wall safe for 15,000, so 15,000
Yeah.
credits.
Yeah. That's not going to happen.
Or the wall safe. They also have a wall safe. So.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out. I just left my stronghold, so I was trying to figure out. It's like, okay, what do I want?
I'm
And
trying to
probably
empty
just
my bags before I go to the planet because I messed that up last time. I had really full bags.
yeah. See, that's why that was the same thing. I didn't empty my bags. I've got stuff that's
Whoops.
that is I got stuff that is I can't throw into the legacy bank because it's already bound and stuff. So Galactic Trade Network, no, I don't need that. Guild Bank, I don't need. Okay, I'm going to get the cargo bay, and then I think I'm going to go and jet back.
Okay, I'm coming to Taris now. Let me just get into the activities and we'll do heroic missions to Taris to free travel. Doop. Doop. That was on the fleet. On the fleet. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. You still there?
Okay, I am. Yeah, I was just messing around with this stuff. Okay.
Have you been following this baby walrus that they rescued in Alaska?
No, I have not.
Oh,
Sorry to
no.
say.
You need to follow the baby walrus. She's going to SeaWorld in Orlando.
Okay. So
Just look
what's
it
the
up.
story
It's
behind
really
her?
They found her. Somebody found her. Just her herd or whatever walruses are in. They went to. They just left her for whatever reason. So probably her mom died. And they just found her orphaned and dehydrated and starving on the beach. And they rescued her and saved her little life. And now she's headed off to hang out with other walruses in SeaWorld in Florida because.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Have you ever seen videos of baby walruses hanging out with their mom? You know how they're like always like constantly on
Attached.
them, next to
Yes.
them. Yeah. Yep, that's part of their development, and they bond really strongly. So they're basically bonded to humans when you rescue them that little, and they just won't. You can't teach them how to be wild animals anymore. So she's gonna go be an ambassador animal.
Ah, okay. Well, that's
You
cool.
have. Okay, I'm inviting you to a group. But you have no idea. Baby
I just
walruses
went
are
back to
so
my
cute. Oh my
stronghold,
god.
so give me a second to figure this out here.
I'm here. I'm in the main thing at Terrace, getting ready to talk to Dr.
Yeah. I just
Okay.
left.
So,
I just left there, so hang on.
I'm
I need to
hanging out.
figure out what I'm doing here with my
You should be
stuff.
able to exit right back to Terrace when you get done. So. It'll put you back in the spot that you left.
In theory, yes. All right, open the
Good.
declaration window.
Hopefully.
Category, is that utility? Utility. Cargo bay. And there we go. I want the cargo bay. Can I put it someplace? Will it let me? Edit mode. I can't put it there. Got it. Okay. I need to put it somewhere else. I need to find a good place to stash stuff here. I got too many critters in the front room and not enough space for things. Okay, I'll put it over here for right now. And category utilities, cargo bay, place. And there we go. Yay, I've got cargo bay. I have the hooks. I'm going to have to move things around now because I've got too much crap. And I wasn't giving any thought to where things were going to go. So it's like, okay, I got to move stuff now.
Yep, I know what you mean.
Well, this is new for me because I've not done that. Not done that with any characters yet. So, okay, return to Taris. I should be back. Unless they dump me where I was last time, which was having to take the taxi down to the planet. All right, I am here. And I see you are somewhere around here.
Mm-hmm. By the thing. Place.
I gotta wait for the
Orders.
elevator. No. Not an elevator. Okay. There you are.
Yeah. All right. Let's go talk to Dr. Loken.
Dr. Loken.
Cypher,
Yeah.
I'd like to make a proposal.
You're invisible
For
with
5
just a
minutes,
gun.
you and I pretend
Nice.
to trust one another. We lay our cards on the table. No lies, no hidden recorders. Just truth.
Why don't you start by telling me why you're on Taris?
As I told you before, I came to Taris to further my studies of the Rakghouls. Kai Sazin stole research I desired. My goal
Kai
was
Sazin
to
is that
perfect
one that
a
we
custom
sent off to be
strain
a
of the
Sith.
Rakghoul
Have
virus.
fun.
Keyed to my own genetic structure, it currently allows free reversion between human and Rakghoul forms.
You told me you were sent by Imperial Intelligence to catalog Nason Godera's lab.
That was a lie. I do officially work for intelligence, but this was a personal project. Then again, you weren't sent here by Imperial Intelligence either.
That's a very interesting theory. Maybe you should explain.
I don't think too much elaboration is wise. But your unusual contacts, your search for the ultrawave transmitter, I understand, Cypher, that working without official sanction can be a necessary evil. But, given what we know about one another, I think I ought to stay close to you. An alliance rather than mutual destruction.
We keep an eye on each other and our secrets stay hidden. Maybe we'll even get some work done.
I'll gather my belongings and meet you on board.
You're especially hidden.
Oh,
You're
and
like
one last thing.
Invisible hidden.
About the ultrawave transmitter. You know that Nason Godera was notorious for hiding secrets in his devices? Encrypted codes, maps to lost projects? Just something I heard. I'll see you shortly.
He's an odd man. And there's something in his eyes. We'll watch him.
Mm-hmm.
Just a glimmer in his eyes.
Just a glimmer. All right. So we've got a planetary thing to do. You want to go do that?
Yeah, might as well.
Want to finish up the planet, or do you want to just move on to our next in our
Oh, let's finish the
our
planet.
class quests? Okay.
I got another text message. Hang on. Someone keeps texting me. Are you there? Oh, God. These people are like incessant. Mute? If it lets me. It's
Is that
not
one
going to
of
let
the
me mute it.
contractors you're not using?
No. No, this is the same one that asked me about what I was having for lunch.
What?
And if I was available for dinner. All right, let's go.
All right. The contractor wants to go have lunch with you?
No, not the contractor. I've got the contractor's name in my contact list. This is an unknown number. It's like someone from a completely different area code and all that, and it's like probably fake.
Some sort of spam.
Yeah.
Spammeroonie.
So we thought we had spam this morning because I wrote a check for part of the work being done on the roof the other day, and I forgot to fill in the dollar. I did like, the number portion, but I didn't write out the actual amount, and I left that blank for some stupid reason. And so the bank sent us a text message, or sent my wife a text message this morning. And it's like, did you write a check on this? No, we didn't write a check on that day. We did it on a different day, but thanks for asking, So I had to go look it up and check to see what had happened, and I found out that, oh, I forgot to write this in. That was stupid.
I'm having a busy week. I've got so much to do. I've got a lot of work, which I'm not complaining about. I like having work.
That's good.
But it is a lot. And then I've got school, too. Plus, I have to figure out how to work all this doctor crap that I have about 4 things that I need to get done. And doctor-wise. And doctor and dentist, And I'm
Yep.
like, I don't know when I'm even going to have time to even make these appointments.
Well, I'm trying to find a new doctor, which is always an interesting challenge.
Yeah,
mostly,
for sure.
Yeah, mostly because, it's like I've been with the same medical group for well over 20, almost 30 years now, 20 years. And it's like, okay, these folks have been fine. The doctor that I've had, he getting a little older, very conservative, and he's kind of missed a few things. And so, I just decided that I passed you, sorry. Oh, you're fighting.
It's all right. We gotta kill these dudes and get walker coordinates and.
Okay, I'll just
So we gotta kill these guys, so we kill a bonus of 10, and then we'll get 3 walker coordinates each. But anyway.
So anyway, the doctors kind of missed things. So I changed my primary last year, still within the same medical group. But I found that trying to get an appointment with the physician is like pulling teeth. She's not available ever. It's just like, really?
My place has switched over to almost every appointment is a video appointment now.
Yeah, the same here.
Which is,
But
that
I
doesn't
can't
bother me. It's fine.
Yeah, except I get this phone call they send out reminders saying, yeah, by the way, you have to have, you need a physical, blah, 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 and you're over a year due for your physical. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll give it a shot, So I try to set up the physical, and they tell me, 6 months out. And it's like, well, don't yell at me about not having a physical.
You're going to have to just make the appointment. That's all.
Well, I tried.
There's no choice.
I tried making the appointment, and it's like, yeah, we can't give you an appointment any sooner than X. And it's like, really? That's stupid.
They're bugging you to make an appointment, but they can't make an appointment till 6 months, but they won't make the appointment that far out?
No, they'll make the appointment that far out. So I've made the appointment. So I've got a physical scheduled for December, but it's like, they're telling me, oh, you should have made this appointment 6 months ago. It's like, well, I tried.
Oh, well. All you got to do then is just shrug and say, oh, well, like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, let's go turn this in. Back over at the command post.
Okay, well, I gotta finish, so hang on.
Oh, you don't have your thing? Sorry, I thought we were both filling up at the same time. But we were.
I gotta clean up my loose ends here, sorry. There we go.
I think it's sad that they made the stuff after the first, the next expansion, you can't really play with a friend.
Oh, you're talking about the, yeah, you're talking about the storyline stuff?
Yeah, Revan and everything that comes after, you can't
Yeah.
really play with a friend. It's really solo material, which is, I wish that they'd done it differently so that we could keep it going, but you really can't do it. The only way you can do it is if you repeat all of the cutscenes and events over and over again. Like, if we were to play it together, the quests would only count for one person, and some of them wouldn't even allow you in the same room with the fight,
Okay.
the final boss fight and stuff. Like, it's a real pain in the butt. So I wish they hadn't done that, but they did. All right. Here we go. Talk to Major Nost. Major
I have the
Nost.
walker's coordinates.
Yo.
Darth Grievous wants them blown to pieces.
Gladly. Imperial Bomber Command never disappoints. My lord, I'm transmitting the coordinates to my bombers now. They're ready to strike Order's walkers at your command.
We
Excellent.
never disappoint.
Hit them now,
Nope.
Major.
Pardon me, Lord Grievous. It's your apprentice. She's taken Imperial forces, launched her own attack against Commander Order.
Thank you, Captain.
That's right. This is
We'll
Thanavesh.
deal with her.
Yeah.
Thana's volatility is both a strength and a weakness. She'll destroy
bought her
much,
outfit
but she
when I
can't
had the
defeat
clothing sale.
Order alone.
Order's demise will be a warning to the Republic.
He's familiar with Imperial tactics. Make every shot count. You'll find Order's base in an old purification facility. Tear down his defenses and find my rogue apprentice. Only together can you slaughter the Republic's leader.
Order's offensive will soon come to an end.
This will be a historic victory for the Empire. End Order's life. And I'll add a special prize if you kill more soldiers than my wayward apprentice.
I'm not interested in your weird Sith competition. But we'll go and kill that dude. Not a problem.
We'll kill her anyway because
Oh.
she's a pest.
They're telling us to... Yeah, I mean, that doesn't bother me. Whatever. Alright. They're telling me to take the plane for this one.
Yeah.
Service, sir.
Border assault post speeders. Where are we going? Race for the kill! Do 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 do. Do do. Da, 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 ba. Haha.
That's pretty cool. We're like choo-chooing along here. It's like the front end of my speeder is attached to the back end of yours. So it looks like we're riding a dual seat bicycle. Bicycle built for two. It's a speeder built for two.
Okay. Alright. Race for the kill. Here we go. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. It's very dramatic. Okay. Whoa. We gotta fight our way through some guards, I think.
Doggies.
Haha. All right. was I worked a lot last week, and my arthritis was really cranked up in my hands, and so I didn't actually play all that much video games. Just a little bit. We played on Sunday. We hung out on Sunday, but all I did was do my profession building
Yeah.
because you and Corey were both gone.
Well, I was actually.
We just.
Yeah, I was actually here. Just
Oh.
wasn't
just didn't
me.
get on.
It was just Corey. Yeah.
Yeah, you just didn't get on. Whatever. That's
Well, I
fine.
figured no.
I just thought-
I figured we weren't doing anything, so that's why I didn't get on. Sorry.
Oh, well, we got on and hung out without you. So.
Okay, fine. Be that way.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. I mean.
Are you a Damo? Because we were like, who's a Damo?
No.
Is that
Oh,
Jeff
yeah.
or Corey?
Add ammo.
Yeah.
That's my hunter. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we were just chatting, hanging out, and then you left.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of auction house stuff,
Ah, I see.
and so I've been trying
were
to
like,
figure out
what?
ways to make money so that I can get my flight and my bat
well,
wings
we
and all
didn't-
that fun stuff.
We didn't mean to leave you out. We just didn't know.
No, that's okay.
Going on. We couldn't remember if Corey was out,
Yeah,
and if you were. We couldn't remember.
He had his
who
family's
all was
celebration.
supposed to be. Yep,
Yeah,
I remember that,
yeah.
but we didn't know if it was that week or the week after, and so we were just logging on just to chat. So we just ended up just chatting and hanging out and doing nothing. But I got on my little mage, my alt, and did a bunch of enchanting and tailoring, raising that up so that I can sell enchanting mats and make money for the guild. So
Yeah, that's what I've been doing is trying to tear everything apart and
yeah. But then you have to
you go touchy over here.
Yeah, we gotta do that. Let me come over there.
I'll get it.
Boom, boom. Good. Okay, let's go over here. Do the other thing. But I've just been watching a lot of YouTube videos and stuff because the arthritis was such a big deal that I couldn't really do a lot of playing, so.
Yeah.
Okay, come and touchy.
Oh, you got to do it too? Okay, I got to do it. All right, there we go.
We both do. Got a little cutscene. Clickety, typer. There she is. She's cute. It's too bad she's so mean. You could go on a date with her.
Yeah. Cute.
What are you doing here? Order's mine.
Yeah, that worked.
I'm honored. The Empire is
Until
sending
she's
its
still
best
just an
to hunt me
apprentice.
down. The Republic will not fail here.
She's just not
Taris
actually
will
all that
rise
good yet.
again.
I like his outfit.
Shut up, dude.
Time's up.
My
You're
buddy
dead.
wants your
Come on,
outfit,
men.
so
Let's
we're gonna
finish this
get
scum.
it off of you and give it to him.
Yeah.
You won't be needing it anymore.
For the Republic.
Sitting there looking for my space bomb, which I don't have. Get that. It's sure fun to have when you do. Kaboom!
You can't destroy Taris. The Republic's too strong.
Oh, my head. Cheap trick, Order. If you don't kill him, I will.
Nah, you won't.
So long, Order. Your Republic friends will join you soon.
You gonna take his
Mako
head, or
didn't
is
like
that?
that.
Kill myself if you hadn't butted in.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never make a living on that sense of humor.
I've had enough of you. Taris is crawling with Republic troops, and I'm ready to break bones. Goodbye, good riddance.
I know.
See, I thought we were going to kill her, but I guess not yet, huh?
I guess. I don't remember what happens with her because I've literally only done this story once, all the way through. I've done pieces of it now and then on other characters, but generally by the time the class story is over with, I'm ready to get off this planet.
Yeah, I don't think we kill her. I don't want to give away any spoilers.
You don't need to worry about me being spoiled, but somebody else might care about it, I suppose.
You're spoiled.
I
Okay.
got a phone call.
It's a cell call. Let's
Hooray,
talk on the
it's for
cell.
both of us?
Both of us.
Yay.
I killed Orda. Thana was out cold for the entire fight.
The Republic will be shaken by his death. Thana contacted me after your skirmish. She was eager to report the details of her bloodbath. But despite her best efforts, you've killed more Republic soldiers. Such carnage deserves recognition.
I'm always a professional.
Confidence will serve you well on Taris. With order dispatched, I can finally focus the Empire's might on demolishing this wretched planet. The Republic's making a stand in the old sewer system. We must crush their pathetic operation to proceed.
Oh, good. We have to go to the sewers now, huh?
Nice.
Help him slay the sewer's mutated denizens and drive out the Republic. And watch out for Thana. I doubt she'll welcome seeing you.
And watch out for Thana. Okay. Yeah, and all these trinkets are like significantly lower than I have, so it doesn't matter which one I pick.
Still better than one of the ones that I have, so. By a little bit. For some reason, my other trinket space isn't filled in with like a...
Well, mine were
really
both 124, so...
Goofy.
Yeah.
I've got a 148 one and a 71. Okay.
Okay, where to? Just through these guys?
Just go. See if we get dismounted or not.
Pew pew. Pew pew pew.
Pew pew pew. Back to the base, my friends. Do you remember the speeder race through the forest in Return of the Jedi?
Yes.
I love that. Okay. Melkor Din. Here we go. Chatty chat 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 chat.
Mola, my dear. Don't lie. Tell me about the Rakghouls.
I'm just a xenozoologist. I've told you everything. Ah!
Sorry. Didn't see you there. My friend and I were just having a chat. I'm Melkor Din, Chief Interrogator. Lord Gravis told me you'd come to stop the Republic and our Rakghoul threat.
All who oppose the Empire will fall by my hand.
Oh, of course.
You're the first Imperial I've seen who's eager to go after the Rakghouls. Those vicious mutants swarm the sewers, tearing apart everything and anyone that gets in their way.
Serves you right. Sith created the Rakghouls to begin with.
Mola's tongue is too free.
Ouch.
But she's correct. An ancient Sith engineered the plague to turn humans into Rakghouls, then unleashed it on Taris. The disease survived the planet's destruction. Now Rakghouls run rampant, and the Republic's herding them against us.
How are they controlling the beasts?
Mola's been kind enough to tell us about a reactor the Republic's decommissioning. She claims they direct the Rakghouls by releasing trace amounts of toxic waste from the reactor core. This sends the enraged beasts running for safety, right into Imperial territory.
It's true. I saw their aversion to reactor leakage when I studied Rakghoul migration patterns. Exposure produced adverse effects.
How do we drive them off?
I wouldn't want to suppose before carrying out the proper tests.
This isn't academic research. Take your best guess, or it will be your last.
During the studies we performed, radiator leakage drove them mad. Poison the Rakghouls, and they'll turn on everyone. You, us, each other.
Perfect. We blow up the chemical stashes, poison the lot. The Rakghouls will be too busy feasting on Republic flesh to run our way.
If the chemicals don't enrage the Rakghouls, I'm coming back for you.
I never lie about my work.
That may be, but I'm not done with you yet.
Well, if he's not done, does that mean she's going to lie about something?
I don't know.
I
I feel like she's probably... I thought you were talking to him, though. I thought you were, like, telling the Sith. Yeah, you know.
No, Mako didn't. She's very... Mako is very, feminist, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so she's like, any time that I've, like, opposed the female characters in this, she gets all in my grill about it. So it's like, Mako didn't like that. Mako didn't like that either. I'm going, damn, I can't win.
She doesn't like a whole lot of things. I'm always surprised that Mako is like hanging out with bounty hunters, because there's so many things that she finds objectionable.
Yeah.
Killing people? Yes, we're bounty hunters.
Yeah, I take this guy's head off. But no, you can't. Yes, I can. Watch.
We're bounty hunters. Tell me if you're getting credit. Kaboom. Get credit?
Did I? Good question. I don't know. Did you?
2 of 5?
Yes, I have 2 of 5. I'm just killing shit everywhere.
Well, we gotta kill these barrels. That's what we gotta do.
Where? More barrels. Where are the barrels?
More barrels. Here's one. Found one right here.
And there's one directly across, so I'll take all the Rakghouls with me.
I just killed one. Well, anyway, I have been... So I wasn't... My hands weren't in good enough shape to play a lot of games, so I ended up just sort of watching just tons of YouTube videos and Facebook videos and, you know. And I've been stuck on 3 different things. One is the mini Robo-Muppets, which is, I told you, the jumping spiders.
Right.
They're really cute. And then the other one is Manic Pixie Cat Lady. She puts little voice acting behind videos of cats. And it's hilarious. And then the other one I've been watching is Bistro Huddy. I don't know if you've seen his little shorts. It's this guy who has made up all this cast of restaurant characters that all work at this restaurant called the Bistro Huddy. And he is all the characters.
Okay.
And it's hilarious. All he does to become the other characters is put on different wigs and costume. He doesn't do anything else. He doesn't put on makeup for the ladies or eyelashes or anything. He just puts on a wig. But he embodies these different characters, and it's hilarious. And there's tons of it, because apparently it's something that he started doing during the pandemic. Which
okay.
A lot of stuff started in the pandemic.
Yeah, a lot of people started doing alternate stuff, yeah.
Yep. But it's really funny. Just all these characters he made up are fantastic.
I'm stuck in my house. I can't see my friends. I'm going to do some make-believe and do some videos and have fun.
Yeah, exactly. So you should, on the links in the YouTube video of this or whatever, you should put the links in for... I'll get you the links for these creators, because they have been keeping me entertained while my hands have been recovering from.
Yeah, I can
too
do
much
that.
work.
Give some love back to YouTube, even though YouTube is kind of fallen off for me as far as people watching. I typically
yeah, I don't know
have.
where you put all the links. I assume that you put them in a lot of places, but I don't know.
Yeah, my links. Yeah, I don't have any specific place for links on there. Usually, I put them in the video if I'm going to have links and stuff. So if you want to give me the links, I can add them to this video.
I will.
Yeah.
I will do it. Funny people.
Melkor.
Funny people with funny content.
I coated the sewers in chemicals. The Rakghouls didn't look happy.
Hear that, Mola? The Rakghouls will mangle your beloved Republic, and the reactor waste will soak the ground, making your cleanup impossible. Lord Gravis was right about you. The sewers will soon cease to be a threat.
Swallow your gratitude, Melkor. This
Ugh.
one's a low-grade merc, not fit for Sith praise.
Glad to see you have such a way with people.
Yeah.
I'm here to butcher Rakghouls, not make allies.
That's enough! Thana, I trust you've come to do more than spark a fight.
Watch your tone. I'm not on Darth Gravis's leash anymore. While you poisoned the sewers, I was busy slaughtering Rakghouls. One of them hit back without touching me. It was using the Force.
Sorcery's no match for a good sidearm.
We shouldn't underestimate them. Mola, what do you know about these things?
They're called Rakghouls. They're sentient, proficient with the Force. A whole colony of them lives in the rundown reactor.
You know the penalty for lying, Mola.
It's true. Master Sulan's with the Rakghouls now, teaching them the ways of the light side.
Sulan. I know the name. Idealistic Jedi? Powerful? But foolish. If he raises these Rakghouls against us, we could have trouble.
Sulan will not interfere with the Empire's plans.
Good. Look for him in this reactor Mola mentioned. If he's there, remove him.
The Jedi will rip you apart. I'll make sure he dies. First one to overload the reactor core gets to watch the Rakghouls fry.
Yeah, just for good measure.
Don't let Thana have all the fun.
Right.
Yeah. This is a job for us, so we're not,
Hang on
I mean,
a second
seriously,
here.
if we were going to be having fun, we would be doing one of your bounty contracts or something. This ain't,
I got to figure out what I got a 78 and a 124. So yes, I'm going to do that. Up, invalid slot. You 90. Where is it? Oh, up there. Ah, wrong item. Yes.
I got an upgraded headpiece as well.
Yeah, I did. Wasn't
You know what?
extremely.
I'm gonna have Bug Boy send my trash items away. Can we take a break? Would that
Yes,
be
we
possible?
can. We're going to take a quick break.
I need
and
a cup of coffee.
oh, I've got my coffee and it didn't spit out all over the floor this morning, so that's a good thing. I'll have to tell you that story.
Yay. No, I watched the stream.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That was kind of funny. It's like I didn't explain that it was the coffee grounds that were spitting out everywhere, and that was like the
I
second
think
go
I
around.
watched. I think I watched the short you put up of it. is
Oh
how I
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I was just like, yeah, it's one of those technical issue days, so what can I say? All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back in a flash. Hang in
Be
there.
right back. Go ahead and go back on. I can't find my coffee now.
Oh, Peep without coffee is not a good thing, so we'll wait, and I'll let you guys enjoy Ivitel dancing here. Yeah, it's my dancing Mandalorian. What can I say? Yeah, so I just wanted to say first of all that I apologize for the noises that you're hearing in the background. We've got roofers on the roof reinstalling our solar panels so I can waste energy and do all that fun stuff again. So yeah, I can't wait to.
There's no sound coming through. It's okay.
Oh, I'm seeing it. It's getting picked up by my mic. Yeah, it'll probably be on the
Coming
stream.
onto the recording.
Oh well, it's yeah.
I mean, I can't hear it.
I do have like a mask on, so hopefully it'll deaden some of it. But there's a few things. It's like I've noticed them dropping. They dropped a panel on the roof a little while ago, and it went thunk, and that got picked up by the mic. So it's like, okay then. All right, where we're off to now? We got to go kill a bunch of meg ghouls, right?
Neck ghouls. I think the nice thing is if you have a noise gate on top of it, and you have a really good microphone anyway, so the microphone's picking it up, but the gate's not letting it through the recording. It'll probably be okay.
Yeah, it's showing on my OBS, and
I didn't even hear the big lump, so the big
yeah,
drop.
it might be so low a sound that it might not be coming through. So hopefully that'll be the case.
Hasn't sounded like anything. Did you hear the alarm go off?
No.
Ah, see, I've got a really good podcasting mic too.
There you go.
I don't podcast anymore, but I have a really good mic. I could if I wanted to. Where are we going?
Where are you? What are you doing? You're making me dizzy.
I'm trying to figure out where this. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where this stupid thing is.
Are we supposed to go south, right?
Well, if you look at the map, there's a door to our west that we have to take, and there's a whole bunch of stuff between us and it. So why don't we fly over to the 75th Legion forward camp? Because that way we don't have to navigate our way around all that stuff. We would just have to take the road anyway, so let's fly over.
I'm not seeing
75th Legion forward camp speeder.
Okay, bomber.
Far right of the map.
Oh, far right. Okay, there it is.
Route is confirmed.
Boop. Now I'm behind you. Oh, speeder time. This kind of speeder is built on those old Return of the Jedi ones. That's what made me think of it.
Going through the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, but luckily we don't have any low-hanging.
Same model.
We don't have any low-hanging branches to knock us off.
or Ewok traps. That,
Yeah, that would be the other.
All right, now how are we gonna get over there? Let's look at closely at the map.
It looks like abandoned power plant. Oh, you've got a weekly on here. That's what's showing up on my map.
Oh, let me. I
yeah.
didn't pick anything up though. I didn't pick any of them up. I just picked up the.
In order to get back here, you used it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just abandoned it.
Okay, it just disappeared. Yay. All right, so it looks like we need to go west.
Well.
Southwest in order to get to.
But look at all the stuff on the map. See how much of the ship is in our way? I don't know.
I
if
don't.
We're gonna have to go.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know how much. All right. Well, all we can.
Looks
do
like
is
we
just
have
go
to
over
go.
there.
Looks like we have to go east and south, and then catch the road there. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
I'm looking at other trails. Good Lord. There's a border assault post speeder that's way over on the left-hand side, and that's we may have to make our way all the way over there in order to get back. Does that make sense?
No, that's just where we were.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah,
never mind.
We've got to go through the ruins of the old ship.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get out of this base at the moment. How do we
Let me get out of this base.
Other way.
Sure, there's an exit up here too. Nope, there isn't. Never mind, I lied.
I have no idea.
Clunk. Wall.
Oh my god, there's a... Just... Where? How do we get out of this base, dude? All your base are belong
Here you go.
to us.
Over here.
Here...
There's a road down.
I'm coming. Yay! Found it. Hooray. Sweet. Alright. Okay, looks like we can get through the crack in the ship wreckage, so that's good. Alright. Let's go down here, and let's go over here.
Wall crawling.
We're probably gonna have to kill a couple of these guys. I'm just trying to figure out where we're going. Yeah, I think right here.
It's right over here, yeah.
Yeah, we've got to murder some of these guys, though. They'll probably come after us in here. Or they might not. They might let go.
They might turn around and say, yeah, never mind. Oh.
They let go. All right, push the button.
Clicky, clicky, level 2.
Clickety, clickety. Going on in.
And...
Now we're in the abandoned power plant.
Murder our way through here.
Yeah. We got to do some stuff.
Gotta kill 10 of these guys.
Odie's being super cute. He was just digging himself a little bed.
Ah.
There's a pile of blankets on his doggy bed, and he was just making it perfect, you know. Just
now our
digging
cat,
around in there.
our cats have been freaked out with all the people just showing up randomly and.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Under the dresser the whole time.
Yeah, they've been hanging out. One of them hangs out in our bedroom downstairs under the blanket all day. And that's his go-to location now. And he doesn't move. Even if there's no... even if there aren't any roofers working on the roof, he's decided that he's...
Comparatively.
Yeah. He's just going to hang out there and do his thing there all day. The other one has decided that it's safer to be inside of our closet on a shelf.
Well, that is pretty safe.
Yeah, so, except our closet is right underneath all the noise and stuff, so...
Well, you know. Maybe it's kind of... Maybe it's sound dampened in there enough that he's like, yep, this is good.
Well, he hangs out under wifey's clothes, so yeah, that's probably where the sound dampening comes from.
Yep. The stuff that's inside closets is usually pretty good for that. That's what they recommend to people starting to podcast, is like, if you don't have any
in your
other
closet?
space with sound dampening, the closet full of clothes is usually a pretty good place to
I noticed
start.
that a lot of voice actors actually did that when they were working from home during the pandemic.
Yep.
Yeah, they would like go and outfit a closet with a mic and...
I think most voice actors now probably work from home. I know one voice actor who's really good, and Tawny Slackett. She's a class to teach people how to do it, which I've been wanting to take, and I just haven't made the time or money to do it yet. But it's a fun one. I've always wanted to do a little bit of voice acting. I thought it would be a good time. A lot of people also want to do it, but that's not a reason not to do something.
It's true.
I wish that somebody, if I could give a piece of advice to my 17-year-old self, that would be on the list.
Don't let someone say you can't do something.
Yeah, when people tell you that's a really competitive field, what they're saying is they don't think you can do it.
Yeah.
But it's none of their business, and they need to just shut up, because all fields are competitive. So there aren't any uncompetitive fields, guys. They're either trying to do you down when they say that, Or they're just saying it because they mindlessly feel like they have to respond in some way, and they don't have a good response. So
I think you'd be a great voice actress.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you have a very unique voice.
A lot of people do not like it. But
Well,
maybe that's helpful.
Too bad.
Maybe that's helpful, though, you know?
You could be the evil villainess, although I don't think you sound like an evil villainess.
Oh, it depends on, I suppose.
Let's see, there's no way to get anything up here. I guess it's like... Okay,
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to get there. Is there an elevator we have to take or something?
Oh, there's another ramp on the other side. Okay. Go
Oh, I
up
see
and then
it. Okay.
over, across.
I
and
see it. Yay.
down the ramp.
My natural voice is pitched pretty high, and I've been trying to lower it over the years because just technical stuff with my vocal cords, trying to keep them exercised and loose. You know what I mean? So I was trying to lower my pitch for a long time, and I actually hurt my voice doing it, but I learned how to do it.
I alerted Republic security to your location. Consider it a fun challenge between friends.
There's no one I despise more than you, Thana.
I'm crushed.
Not true.
Now look out. Here comes security.
I mean, I didn't think what We're Not Friends was going to be quite that strong, but okay. Sometimes they have the responses to things where you're like, yeah, that's a little strong to go with the text that is on the screen. We're not friends doesn't mean I despise her more than anybody else. The person I despise more than anybody else right now is the guy that put the mind control crap on me. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've got reasons to not care for a few people.
Yeah. She's like not even on the list. It's just we're not friends, that's all. Oh well. If I could have made a different role-playing choice, I would have. And you could, actually, beforehand, kind of back out and choose again before you start the fight, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Alright, now where are we going? This way. Ah! My hands are still a little weak. Where did you go?
Down the tunnel. Just turn around, go the opposite direction.
Right. Okay.
There's a hole in the wall. Go in the hole in the wall. There you go. Keep going.
Where is it?
I'm coming back. Just stay there.
Okay.
Right here. You just walk past it.
No, there is not a hole in the wall.
There isn't?
No.
You're kidding.
Mm-mm.
There's an opening right here for me.
Mm-mm.
Huh. That's interesting. Because I see that there's like a room. And it shows that it's for you. Actually, it says that you have to go into the reactor.
Nope, it's for both of us.
Okay. Huh.
This is the world quest. We're both on it.
Well, why is it that I've got the opening and you don't? Because you're going completely opposite direction from where we need to go.
Well,
according to this.
I'm boxing the square to try to. Yep, there you are. You just caught up with me, so I'm gonna box the square and see if I can get through that way.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back up and
bug.
go the other way. I'll be interested in seeing if you get lost or...
Yeah, I don't know. There's literally no doorway there for me, so...
Ah! That's weird.
It's just a blocked off wall.
Strange, yeah, it's still open. Got a pile of bones. I walked through the wall. There's a pile of bones there, and then a couple of ramps. Okay. I'm in the next room, and I'm just standing there. There's like a shit ton of guys.
It just says abandoned power plant door, and it's closed.
Ew. Well, I wonder if you'll get credit if I start beating on stuff, because it's like...
Yeah, I don't know. Let me log out and log back in again if my reload UI doesn't help.
Okay. I shall wait.
Yep, I don't know. Let me log out and back in again. We'll see if it works. I hope it doesn't boot me to the outside of the thing, but if it does, I'll just come back in.
Okay. I can wait.
No biggie, dude.
Let's see. Where is... I think I'll go kill these guys up here. Just for shits and giggles.
Yep, it sent me outside of the thing, so let me get back in.
You gotta work your way back in.
Yep, and there's respawns. So I'm probably gonna have to fight a couple guys on the way in.
You want me to come back out?
No. The
Okay.
door appears to be open now, so...
Okay.
I mean, you can come back out if you want to. I think we can probably handle it. You can wait if you want to, or you can come back if you want to. I think the door is open. I can sort of see from here.
Well, I just leveled at 52, so I didn't want to, like, go and kill a bunch of stuff and...
I've been 52 for a really long time. I'm about half a level ahead of you. You should probably put an XP boost on.
Oh, see, I don't have the XP boost.
You don't? You get one every time you finish a chapter.
I don't think I've ever used it.
Yeah, you should use it. When you fall
but then
behind like that.
Then we'd finish the all the content too quickly.
No, just put it. You just use it when you I used it when I fell behind you a couple levels ago.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what I got in my bag here. XP boost? Anything? So that's the one thing I wish that you could search your inventory.
Yeah. I've got one in my... I just
grants a combination. Mission discovery. That's not it.
See, the door's open now. So it was some sort of bug.
Weird.
Yeah. Super weird, dude. Alright.
Still looking for XP boosts.
There's a bunch of guys in here to kill. Are you actually in here with me?
I don't know. Let's see. No, you're not in the same room.
All right. Okay, well, obviously it instanced me into a different one, so that's fine.
Oh, okay. You want me to just go ahead and work through this and finish it then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pursue...
I'm gonna go over and finish it myself and do the fight with Anavesh on my own.
Okay.
Since it split us up for some dumb reason. So go right ahead and I'll be quiet.
I'm just killing Rakghouls right and left, or neck ghouls.
Oh, I went around them. Because I already got it. If we had a bonus, we already did it.
I'm just being systematic and cleaning out things from left to right here.
Yeah, I don't know why it split us up, but there was some sort of a bug.
Wouldn't be the first one. Won't be the last. I figure I'd just kill everything that's in here. Okay, now I gotta go talk to Master Sulan.
Get ready for a big fight. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, Thana, hanging out with me.
Droids your way.
Back, my students. Remember your teachings. Your greed has led you astray, Hunter. The Republic offers rewards far greater than credits.
All right, I've been deposited at the elevator. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you
Imperial
here and see
contracts
if we
involve
appear
bloodshed.
at the same
Lots of
elevator.
it. You can't beat that.
I can cure your taste for violence. Like you, these Rakghouls were confused, angry, destructive. Now I heal them with the Force and guide them towards the light side.
These mutants are mindless killers. They'll never learn.
You are the ignorant one. Very well then. Come, my students. Show them what you've learned.
I was sitting there looking at this button on my screen, and it's like, what the hell is that all about? And it's like, oh, it's a mount that got stuck on my screen for some reason. A temperamental Baron Jack. All right, I gotta talk to Sulan.
You could have served the galaxy brilliantly.
I could have.
What are you waiting for? Overload the reactor. Let's toast this place and kill these freaks.
Say goodbye to your pets, Sulan.
Mako doesn't like any of this stuff that I'm doing.
Nah, she's No.
I guess she's a PETA
was close
type.
to those monsters. Let's hope he shared their pain. Though he'd have died quicker and messier if you'd left him to me.
You're mighty proud of yourself, aren't you?
I just call it like I see it. Terror still crawls with Republic scum, and my lightsaber's itching for their throats. Don't even think about following me.
Okay, she just did the whole thing about don't even think about following me. There you are. Hello.
Hi, we ended up at the same elevator.
Yeah. Amazing. And we can see each other.
Yep. Yeah, I told her, that Jedi, you were never going to kill him. He was going to murder you right in the face. She got all mad.
Yeah, she got huffy and laughed too.
Don't even think about following me. Yeah, no problem, lady. You do your own thing. Totally fine. Okay. Zoop. Ah, hey, look. We have the same speeder.
Yay. Okay. Go to the right, catch that loop all the way down. Is that what we do? Probably.
Nope. We gotta go back to the assault post. So we can either ride all the way through, or we can go back to the right and fly. It's up to you.
Oh, doesn't matter.
Alright. Then let's go ahead and go back to the right and fly.
Okay. Oh, there's the post. The forward camp as opposed to the backwards camp.
Every time I say fly today, I've got that old 60s song in my head that I don't remember the lyrics to.
Yeah. You got the song, but you can't remember.
I can't remember the lyrics. I remember the tune. Fly, 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 blah, 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 just for me.
Border assault post, yes. I thought it was going to be more like, you know, fly away. Like a 1960s tune of some kind.
No,
I like the
that
way they
wasn't
jump
it. I
over
don't
the,
remember what the name of it. But I could switch over to like REO Speedwagon.
Ah.
I believe it's time for me to fly.
Please use all products only as intended.
There, yeah, we gotta go into the dude in there. Hey, duder. Ah, crap! I got stuck on the door. My hands are still not entirely recovered.
And you disappeared.
Oh no! Well,
You're not in the same instance. All
that's
right.
weird. I wonder why it split us up. So strange.
I don't know. I'm going to talk to
Are we
him
still
now.
grouped? We're not grouped anymore. That's what happened. So come out of the thing.
Okay,
and
hang on.
We'll regroup.
Okay, let me exit.
We'll regroup. It must have ungrouped us when I logged out.
It says, Peep is trying to invite you to a group, but you cannot join because you have conflicting group phases. So I have to leave the group in order to be in the group. So how do I leave the group if I don't have a group showing on my page?
How are we in conflicting group phases? We're in this exact same phase.
Not according to this.
Okay, that's super weird.
Maybe I need to exit and come back? That'll probably spit me out on a different planet.
I don't know. I think maybe... Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to finish this as singles for now.
All right. It is what it is.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay.
Finding
No worries.
finding where we bugged out is... I mean, it says we're in different phases and we're not, so...
Yeah, and it doesn't show that I'm grouped with anyone, but it says I am.
Is weak and defenseless.
Yeah, it's strange. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
That's what I get paid to do.
We always need such
All
loyalty
right, we
on
finished
Taris.
that.
General
And he
Farring's
doesn't
leading
have
our
another one
battle
to
against
offer.
the best of the Cathar settlers. They've dug in near the wreckage of a crashed Republic cruiser,
So hopefully
the
we can
Endar
still
Spire.
speak to General
Help
Farvin
General
and be
Farvin
on the
against the
same thing.
Cathar. Crush them, and we can finally strike at the Republic's base.
That's what I'm doing. Going to talk to... What's his face?
General Farvin. General Farton.
Yeah.
Over at Forward Outpost Alpha Speeder. So let's go ahead and try to group again. And see if it'll let us do that now that we finished
Now
that.
it does.
Okay.
Cool.
So we probably just...
And I can't get over the wall.
Go.
Now I gotta go out. I gotta go the long way. All right. I don't know where you went now.
I just went back to the... I got on the taxi to fly to the next point.
I missed the
Forward
taxi.
Outpost Alpha Speeder.
Okay, hang on. Let me go back. Where's the damn taxi? There it is. And Forward Outpost Alpha Speeder. All right. I see where you should be. I don't see you. Oh, there you are. Okay. And where's the general now? I'm trying to see where we're supposed to go to meet the general.
Oh, all the way back to the Tower Command Station. So we gotta fly actually all the way back to Tower Command Station.
I don't think... Can you even fly there?
Yeah, where we gotta go is...
Toxic Lake, Border Assault.
Tower Command Station Speeder. So...
Okay.
And actually, we have it open so we can quick travel if you want, but it's probably cheaper to fly.
Yeah, I just hopped on a speeder. I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah. There we go. Zoop. Yeah, we just flew to the...
Zipping along. Zippity-doo-dah. I can get dizzy watching this. Depends on how much coffee I've had. If I have an entire pot of coffee, of course, wifey's not here because she's dealing with personal stuff over in Arizona. But yeah, if I have too much coffee and I drink her pot of coffee in addition to mine, then yeah, I start getting dizzy while I'm watching.
Yeah, that's not a good idea, dude.
No, I don't do that.
I'm careful with my caffeine because I gotta...
I love my caffeine.
Only have about 400 milligrams of caffeine a day if you are a person of my size and weight, and boy, is it hard to stick to sometimes. I'm trying to figure out where we're going.
We gotta go over...
Yeah. We gotta go over this way.
Is it upstairs? Isn't this the place where you go upstairs and talk to the guy?
I don't remember. It might actually be on the lower level. You check upstairs, I'll check downstairs.
No, it's over here. We're heading the right way. Going through everything, that's right.
Gotcha. Yep, there we go. Over here. Yay. General Farvin. Hello. General Farvin, how you doing, dude?
Glad you could join our fight. I'm General Farvin. Darth Gravis told me of your exploits. These Mandalorians should take a page from your book. We brought them here to help slay the Cathar, wipe the Republic off Taris. But the Mandalorians are sloppy. No respect for a clean victory. To rout the Cathar, we need good old-fashioned Imperial might. And you, of course.
The Catheter are doomed? They're getting kind of personal there.
What's the situation?
We've hit a wall. Our mission was to scorch this entire district. Now the Republic's allies are fighting back. Cathar settlements cover this part of Taris. They're defending their homes under the leadership of a feral warrior. His name's Bashoon. Some call him ferocious, brutal, terrifying. I say he's a dirty alien who needs to be put down.
I have experience taking out Republic pawns.
Commander Order, Master Sulan, I heard. But this Cathar's a wily one. Bashoon escaped our assassination attempts. Now he's deeply entrenched with state-of-the-art weaponry. Gifts from the Republic.
I've got a gift of my own. Killed another 10 of the Cathar's best. Few more and I can make a coat. You're following me again. I told you, steer clear or I'll cut you in half.
I think you're bluffing.
I'm going to enjoy proving you wrong.
Stop. Take your anger out on Bashoon. But first, we must pull down his defenses. Republic munitions are stockpiled at his camps, defended by the Cathar's best warriors. Republic combat droids, too. Without those weapons, the Cathar and Bashoon are vulnerable. We need to take them out now.
Bashoon will soon be weaponless.
This mission's too important to let you mess it up. I'm going as well. Let us see who can exterminate more of Bashoon's best warriors. I'll bet my pay that you lose.
You're going to take that from her? Beat Thana at her own game. crush the Cathar's
Wait a minute,
weapons.
didn't he just tell us to not do that little arguing stuff, and now he's like, are you gonna let her do that to you?
Yeah, exactly. Either that or it's like, can I just kill her? Yeah, please.
Pick
Get
a way
rid
to
of
be,
her.
dude. Pick a way to be, and
I mean, she's got a cute head, so, you know, I could always take her head and
put
mount
it
it
on
on a
the,
stick.
yeah.
Yeah, stick it on my
You
speeder.
gotta-
And
You need a good taxidermist for Sith, though, because their stuff can be tough, man. I'm just gonna get on a side road and take us out over there.
all right,
How does that sound?
that works.
'Cause it looks like the side road goes all the way through. We might get dismounted here and there, but we'll see. Okay. Side road. The side roads are a little windy and weird at times, but what are you gonna do? That just happens. Whoa, we got stuck on a rock.
So I got my Night Elf Huntard up to level 77 and finished the original campaign quests for retail.
Nice.
Yeah. So now I'm like, okay, now what?
Oh, I got dismounted. Time to kill some dudes. So cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I'm trying to see, you know, what is it that I want to... I want to finish getting at least one of my characters up to 80 so I can, like, go and level the rest of them without too many issues.
Yep. It's a good thing to do. Yeah, I got my main to 80, and then I haven't been... Actually, I've mostly just been goofing around in Cataclysm lately, because... Mostly because I don't have a whole lot of time to spend in game, and I have a clear goal in Cata of, like, making money for our guild, so...
Yeah.
Although I did play some of my Horde characters, which is, like, actually a little not very useful to our main streaming character. That's okay, whatever. It's just been mostly, like, I'm so busy and my mind is so cluttered that I just need to not think about things, and we've done that material over and over again, so I kind of...
It's
don't really
mindless.
need to think about it.
Yeah.
I don't really need to think about it, and just whatever.
So I started leveling my my dwarf hunter in Cata.
Oh,
And
cool.
he's up to like level 15 and he's got a bear and, you know, but it's like he is a leather worker. And so I have been trying to see if I can't level that up. And of course, if you use the guides, you know, it takes forever because you have to go farm 120 of this, you know, light leather, farm 120. Oh, by the way, you need 120 more of those.
Well, you also, I mean, it doesn't take any longer if you don't use the guide. It's just, it's all spaced out rather than...
Yeah, except, I mean, you do, like, take a little bit of time because you've got, like, as you, of course, you get better at leather working, then you start getting scrap. So, like, I'm doing light leather. Oh, what's this over here? There's a box? Lore object?
Yeah, destroy it.
No, it's
Oh,
a
you
lore
got
object.
a lore object. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Right there.
If you want to come over here, I'm
There.
bouncing in front of it.
Yep. I'm on my way
Okay.
to a lore object.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yay!
I'm gonna keep going, getting the boxes. There's another one at the other end over here.
Yeah, Teresian settlers. Teresian settlers. As the Republic began its construction on Taris, the planet's hostile jungles and ruins became habitable for the first time. Off-world refugees from across the galaxy petitioned to be among their first settlers. Republic politicians eagerly publicized the humanitarian resettlement and showered the lucky colonists with gifts of aid. Although there were severe difficulties early on, the refugees eventually took root and thrived. But the flourishing recolonization was not to last. The shadows of the Imperial fleet blotted out the sky as the sunlight faded. So did any hope for any of the treasonous settlers. Thousands fled into the Republic's military protective arms, while more pessimistic settlers abandoned Taris entirely. The Cathar and the Nikto colonists, however, refused to move. Taris was their new home, and they are prepared to die defending it. Well, they're gonna.
Yeah. Die, you gravy-sucking pigs.
Gravy sucking.
Did you get credit for that, by the way?
I don't know. Yes, I have 3 of 6.
Oh, you got 3 of 6? Okay. I can't get any more. I already finished that one.
Okay.
I'm just a bit too far away to get the other, sorry.
There's I got pudding. Looking around for more of them.
We have declawed.
We murder the Cathar.
We have ripped out their catheters.
The Cathar. That's not what that is.
Could be.
Decline
Completed bonus.
Cathar.
This guy looks.
I gotta still find 2 more things to blow up. Ooh, that's a peacekeeper droid. Just keeping the peace.
Ah, Maltor, hello. How are you doing? I don't know. Let me put it this way. My mother-in-law is no longer suffering, but thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, she passed away peacefully. She was surrounded by family and friends. And that happened on Monday. And so she is no longer suffering, which is a good thing. And wifey is out there. She's been there. She's going to be there for another week, actually. We got to kill this leader, by the way?
Yeah. Well, we
Okay.
don't have to, but there's a box
All right, well.
in there that you should open. And there's that thing on the side.
Yeah, it was very quick. Yeah. And Walter says hi to Pete.
Hey, bud.
There's a case in there. There's something that I can't take, so go ahead and grab it.
Why can't you take that?
I don't know. It wouldn't. It probably not for me.
I don't know why you wouldn't be able to pick it up. That's
Type
weird.
of armor that I can't wear.
Yeah, you can pick up the armor of every class. There's no reason that you shouldn't be able to pick it up.
Okay, well, whatever reason, it wouldn't let me pick it up. Maybe because it was a shared loot.
Yeah, maybe so. It's weird.
It's like, no, we're letting her take it.
Weird things happen. I don't know.
This is true.
Maybe they put in a thing on treasure things that if you're in a group, it's supposed to pick it up.
Just had to put my mind to it.
I wouldn't put a fast on there. Putting all sorts of rules and stuff. We don't care about your rules, man. Okay, ready to drive back to the commander?
Yep. So, I got a couple questions. There was a podcast that I used to listen to religiously for World of Warcraft that went on hiatus for a couple of years, and that's The Instance.
Yeah.
And
Scott Johnson.
Yeah, Scott Johnson. I mean, he's got connections, man. Being able to go up and talk to Chris Metzen at any time he wants to is pretty cool. Anyway, he has brought back The Instance, and they were talking. He has a new co-host, but he was talking. They were talking about follower raids. Now, did they actually get that into the game?
Yeah.
Or is that something... Oh, cool. So you can actually run the raids in story mode, kind of?
I haven't done it yet, so I don't know what it's like. But yes,
Uh-huh.
you can...
But you have to be
basically
level
you
80
have
to do it, I gather, right?
Yeah, and you have to do the story. I haven't done it yet. I haven't
To open it? Oh, okay. So it's gated behind a story.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's part of the story, so...
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem, though. I mean, if you're
No,
level
it
80
is-
and start doing it.
I just haven't done it. I haven't... My hands have been in no shape to play a lot of video games, and so I've been... When I am playing, it's generally just in Kata doing profession building, so I'm not
Yeah,
actually
no,
out
I
there.
get it. I was just curious because it's like...
But I will do it
haven't...
eventually.
Yeah, I haven't explored everything, and being able to do the raids without having all the trolls is...
It'd be so nice.
Oh,
so
yeah, no
cool to
kidding.
Just because you want to do it for the story, so...
Yes, exactly.
So they have a story version of it that you're going to be able to do
Right.
as the quest. That's nice. Join conversation.
Start conversation.
I took out the Cathar's weaponry. They're defenseless.
Don't try taking all the credit. I smashed more than my share of munitions.
Then the mission's a success. Good work, all of you. I'm surprised, Thana. You didn't kill enough Cathar to win your own challenge.
Impossible! I cut down every beast I saw.
You were foolish to compete with me, Thana.
Shut up. Take this, before I change my mind.
Drop the attitude. We have to hit Bashoon now, before the Republic rearms the Cathar.
Just tell me where their leader's hiding.
Bashoon's protected by heavy security. Installed after our failed assassination attempt. Lost my top commanders that day. Now he's entrenched in a Republic base, building his defense. Only the Empire's best can take him down.
I'm the best there is. Leave Bashoon's death to me.
I'll take on the Cathar's leader myself.
Not a chance. I'll slay this Cathar before you step inside his base.
She's beyond my control. See that Bashoon's killed, and don't let Thana compromise the mission.
I won't let her compromise. I hope I get to eliminate her as a compromise soon. 'Cause she's just annoying as hell. I don't care how cute she is.
She is a bit annoying, for sure. So, I'll get in and I'll do all that stuff. Man, I have had the busiest couple of weeks because I have, I've had so much work, which I'm not complaining about.
Yeah.
I'm a contractor and, sometimes the work is good and sometimes it's not. So I've had...
Well, sometimes it just
consistently
piles
now
on,
a couple
yeah.
of... it really does. They've piled on. They chose, of course, the week that I started school to increase the workload, because of course they did.
Yeah.
And they
Fate
don't even know
being
that I'm
as it
going
is.
to school. Basically, I didn't even tell my supervisor that I'm taking classes because, first of all, I don't have to. It's none of their business.
Right.
And second of all, she already knows that I'm a chronic illness hire. So she gets nervous about trying to give me too much work, and she's just now been convinced that I can handle as much work as I tell her I can.
Yeah.
And it's out of, understand that this is out of a wish to do good, right? She
Right.
doesn't wish to be the cause of me overdoing it. She's a really nice lady, and I get it, but she's not. She just hasn't learned that she can trust chronic illness people to actually know their limits, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's all right. She's getting experience. She'll figure it out. But anyway, so that's the reason that I don't want to give her another reason to be worried that she's going to overload me.
Well, that's actually thoughtful, because I imagine that there are some people that haven't figured out what their limits are. and they
yeah,
kind of,
for sure.
you know, and so it's
If
part
I
of
was
an
in the
experience
first
thing and
couple of
stuff.
years,
Yeah.
yeah, if I was in the first couple of years of this illness, I would probably be like, I don't know how much I can do. Please don't give me too much. But I think I mean, this is what year is it now? Let's see. I was diagnosed when I was 42 and I'm 55 now, so
Yeah.
is that 13 years?
13 years.
Yeah.
Lucky 13. Woohoo.
Hooray! Yeah, so I've been diagnosed with this illness for 13 years. I've probably had it for much longer than that, but anyway, so no, I'm happy that she's thoughtful about it, and it makes me very happy that I have a boss that's like that. I'm really glad, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I need the money. I can't pay for the classes. I need the money to pay for them. So I'm not telling her because I don't want her to not give me work. And what that means is now she's trusting that I can handle all this extra work, and she's giving me the work. And so I'm completely just snowed under. I have so much to do. I have so much work and so much studying. It's a lot, which is why I haven't been gaming as much as I usually do. Normally, I'm the sort of person who's like, yep, I mean, all of my alts are totally up, and, I've got so much time on my hands, and all I do is play games.
Well, you would think
now,
that I would have a lot more time than I currently do available.
Yeah, but you've still got stuff
and it's like,
going on.
yeah,
HOA junk and...
Oh, God. Yeah, so I, spend
all this
2 hours...
adulting stuff that you gotta do.
It's like, okay, 2 hours streaming. I was talking with my son before I go click on Bashun. I was talking with my son last night, and we were talking about the fact that it's like, okay, I started a year ago streaming Final Fantasy, and I've just now, I still don't have a character at max level, and it's like, okay, that's not unusual considering I've been playing this game 2 hours at a time once a week.
Right.
So yeah, and everyone's like, why are you so damn behind? It's like, because I play it 2 hours at a time.
2 hours a week?
Well, yeah, 2 hours a week, man. That's it. So oh, God.
The Empire's trying to drive us from Taris, from our homes. Soon they'll learn that Cathar never backed down.
Keep talking, Bashun. When I get out of here, I'll stomp out your entire
you put her in jail.
The Empire sent this Sith to kill me, but she failed. Proof that none can defeat the mighty Cathar.
Do they allow you to have one of these races in the game?
Mm-hmm.
See, I like
you can be a Cathar.
Yeah,
you know
I like
what they did though? They changed their eyes.
Oh, did they?
Which was weird, and I haven't been able to get over it. So that's why I don't have one.
So the Empire's sending its top agents against me. Good. Cathar aren't the only settlers on Taris.
You should make a Cathar character and see what I mean.
Joined us, along with
It
their
was too much for
warriors.
me. I haven't been able to handle
We're
it.
all
So.
refugees.
Well, who's the
Empire's cruelty.
There's there's a trooper in the trooper story that follows you. Yeah, he's Cathar.
Yeah, and you know who his voice actor is?
No.
Let me just make sure I have the name right, because
it's time to die.
Forgotten absolutely.
Watch closely, fellow Cathar. Witness our enemy's downfall.
He has bloodshot eyes.
Timothy Odmanson is his voice.
I'm not scared of you.
You don't remember him? You don't know who he is? Timothy Odmanson is in Deadwood. Oh, cool. I just found an article. He's going to come back. Yeah, he's going to come back to play him in the future. Hooray. Yeah, he was on Psych. And...
I don't know that one.
Let me see. Timothy. He was on Deadwood. That's how I knew him.
Oh, Deadwood. Yeah, love that show.
Yeah. What else did he do? He was in the This Is Us, that TV show.
Who did he play in This Is Us?
He was the neighbor who had a stroke, who would live next to the daughter.
It's not over. Keep fighting.
The plus size lady.
Yeah, I know the daughter, but I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's more than one daughter, obviously. So, but the main parent's daughter, she had a neighbor, and he lived next. He had a stroke, and he was grumpy and a pain in the ass, and he ended up being her friend.
Oh, that's right. Boy, it's been a few years since I saw
him.
that show, though. So yeah.
Nope, I'm not opening her cell.
Stay in there a while.
Get yourself out, girlfriend.
I'm going to escape, and when I do, you'd better be long gone.
I was hoping they'd open it and then I could just shoot her in the face. All right, we're out of here.
Trying to figure out. I'm looking at Timothy's list so we can figure out if we got some other stuff. He was in Gallivant. I didn't see that, but I know a lot of people have. He was in the Supernatural TV series as Kane. I didn't watch that.
Okay.
He was in Warehouse 13 as Larry Kemp. He was in Without a Trace. He was in Fracture, the video game. I didn't play that.
A lot of stuff I haven't seen or played.
Oh,
yeah.
He was in Boston Legal as attorney Bill Withers. How about that?
God, well, that was like
kind of a long
20
time
years ago.
Yes, but so was Deadwood, dude.
Yeah, but now Deadwood I just watched, well, relatively within the last
Yeah, but I mean, it's not
decade.
like it's recent.
No, but yeah, I did watch it within the last decade.
Oh, I forgot he was in Xena Warrior Princess.
Oh, no. Are you coming?
I love that
I don't
show.
know where you went
Don't you
to.
dare say anything bad about Xena Warrior Princess. That show
No,
was
I'm not going to. I never watched it.
Loved it.
I like the sidekick.
It was cheesy as hell. You mean Joxer?
Yeah.
Joxer the mighty, he's very tidy. Everybody loves him, he's so handsome, it's a sin. He's Joxer the mighty.
All right, waiting on you still.
I'm coming.
Okay.
He was in Hot in Cleveland. Like TV show. Yeah, that guy. Anyway, that's who does the voice of
So we're going to go
Eric
back to
Cartman.
the Tower Command Station.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do
I see.
it. And we'll turn that in and get out of here because it's 2 o'clock and I got work to do.
Yeah.
And studying. Work and studying. I am not keeping up with Galactic Seasons this time. I'm so disappointed. I'm going to have to probably buy most of it, which is going to suck.
Yeah, I was listening to a Teeny Cast, and of course they were talking about the Galactic Seasons and how they're enjoying it this go around and stuff. And it's
it looks so much fun. I'm doing the bounty hunter stuff for the first time, which I never did that.
I was going to say, you don't like the bounty hunter stuff.
No, I don't like I'm not a big fan of the bounty hunter story in the meta story right now.
Right.
But the bounty hunter event is fine. I never did it before. I don't know. They're just the least interesting class to me. So.
Oh, okay.
No
well, probably because it's overdone at this point.
It's nothing to do with the story. The story is a good story. The bounty hunter story is a good story. The companions are good, except for Skadge, which is a waste. It's a waste of space. But no, it's nothing about that. I think I'm just kind of done with bounty hunter crap.
Understandable.
But anyway, doing the event, the bounty hunting event, I never did, and it's part of the Galactic Seasons this time to do them sometimes.
Bashoon's
so that's
final
actually
transmission.
been pretty fun.
Magnificent work. His death was gratuitous but effective. The Cathar are abandoning their homes in terror.
The less Republic minions on this planet, the better.
And now, with the Cathar weakened, the way's open for our final offensive.
There you are. 3 meters of durasteel. That's what I cut through to escape my cell.
I hope the time alone taught you patience and charm.
Oh, I'm all reformed. Going to celebrate by cutting you in half.
What was that, Thana? Your transmission, it's breaking up. Much better. I've heard enough of her ranting. Lord Gravis expects you to lead our final attack. Regretfully, I can't join you. My duty's here, wiping out any resisting Cathar. Head to the Republic outskirts, meet Lord Chathan. When flames and evac shuttles choke the skies, I'll know you've crushed the Republic base.
Yay! All right. And some gloves that are way too low for me, but I'll take them anyway. All right. Yeah.
Alright, that's it for today.
Yes, it is.
Boy, we got to come back here next time. You see what I mean? Like, once you do this quest all the way through the first time, you're like, I want to do my class quest on Taris, and then I want to get out of here.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I am, I can stand here by the mailbox, or I can go back. If I don't see you before the next time I see you, have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for stopping by. I shall see you soon. Bye now.